Welcome back to Super Fantasy Bros. I'm Mr. Big B.
I'm Chuck Loaf.
It's time for another best of.
First best of was blocked by YouTube, so
Yes.
we're doing one that should pass.
Screw YouTube. We're going to move to Vimeo one day. Probably not, though.
No.
Is that it? Is that our whole intro?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It is time for our best quotes.
I'm sad that I got caught drunk driving. From a drunk to a crackhead, Josh Hamilton. Billy Butler will not finish as the number one overall rated Royals first baseman.
No,
not
I'm
even
not
taking
not
that.
touching him.
Because Billy Butler is real bad. If you think he's good, then you're bad.
Go Gerald Lard started with a 400 average.
This is true. But he is not Lard. Thank God.
Everybody wants to get rid of Alfonso Soriano.
Good idea.
You're not going to get much out of that either. Maybe if somebody, for some reason, has Travis Hafner on their team still.
That's such a bullshit trade.
I'm back to fuck is our name? I'll do Joe Mauer for once.
Really? Even though you don't know he's coming back and you don't know what he'll be able to do and that worthless team? Really?
Only because I know you hate him.
So you're just saying it in spite of me?
Yes.
So you wouldn't really do that?
I'm saying it in spite of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Okay. Gotcha. It's time for best clips. Mr. Bros, I'm Mr. Big B, and Barry Zito has finally made it. We're going to have him do a little talking to the fans, and I think we're ready to get going. Okay, go.
Are we on?
Okay.
Hey, everybody. This is Barry Zito, speaking for the Super Fantasy Brothers. Make sure you check it out every week here on YouTube. And better yet, just subscribe. Alright? Check you later. Peace. I'm stuck with them. Brad Penny, all upside.
Brad Penny has an 82-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's not true.
Brad
Bullshit.
Brad Penny had a
not true,
7 ERA last
liar.
year.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh my God. This is Chuck and Brad Penny making out. Getting tired of hearing that damn name constantly. Why don't you
Brad
get
Penny
over
is
it?
gold money. Cash for gold. Brad Penny is worth gold.
Apparently this whole clip is going to be about how much somebody loves
That's
Brad
fucking
Penny.
bullshit!
I'm getting sick of it.
Brad is gold!
Why don't you back off? Alright, we're back after a short break. I didn't mean to do that in front of everybody. Let's move on to some other questions.
Welcome to Catch a Predator. I'm Chris Hansen. We are currently in the process of catching a man named Frenchie who's trying to pick up a very young Bryce Harper off the waiver wire. Our Bryce Harper decoy is luring him into the house now.
Come on in. I'm baking cookies.
Once Frenchie got in the door, he made himself right at home.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Oh, my God. I didn't know.
Put on a shirt and sit down. What are you doing here?
I was here to pick up a friend.
To pick up a friend? You mean you were here to pick up Bryce Harper?
Yes.
You know how old he is?
I think he said 23.
Try 18, and he's only in Double-A. He's not getting called up this year. And what were you going to do with him once you got him?
Sit on him.
You were going to sit on him. Yeah, I bet you were. Well, I have the note you posted in your league trash talk. Frenchie's Tongue 97 says, I'm going to pick me up some hot Bryce Harper action. Can't wait to ride that hot big bat all the way to the title. Yous had all better watch out. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oops.
Well, I'm Chris Hansen, and this is Dateline NBC, and now it's time for the next episode of Super Fan and do a little showdown. It's time to see who has the better Christopher Walken. Mine is first, and Brian's second. All right, we'll see you next week. Wow, it's a crazy thing. Wow. He'd be damned if any greasy yellow slope get his hands on it. So he hid it in the only place, in the one place he knew he could hide something. Up his ass. But it's finally come. It's time to abort Adam Dunn. Get this Adam Dunn fetus out of me! Brace yourself, ma'am. Here comes the tube. A little wider. We've almost got it. Now push! You think you know the whole truth? Well, think again. I've been a governor, a Navy SEAL, a fighter. I've heard things that'll blow your mind. And now it's time you hear the whole story. Josh Beckett's 2.27 ERA, a sub-1 whip. Something just doesn't smell right. Justy investigates the possibility that Josh Beckett was cloned and then genetically altered. It's quite possible. So you're telling me that the real Josh Beckett is sitting somewhere while his clone does all the work? Just look at Bartolo Colon. Justy goes looking for answers. Everywhere I go, doors slam in my face. The commish won't talk to me. The Red Sox won't talk to me. I smell a rat. And now it's time for the Super Fantasy Bros All-Star Edition. Got another big call-up this week. Pretty soon we're going to be seeing Pedro Alvarez. He's already playing. All right, let's move right into the news. I got the big Pedro Alvarez call-up, who already hit a grand slam. And maybe that was Mike Stanton I was thinking of. Go ahead. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can get full trade value, well, might not be a bad time. Shit. I saw the first couple seconds of it, but. So you going to Weird Al Saturday?
Common ground?
Yeah, you going?
I've lived here for 10 years, and not once have I gone to that trash common ground.
This has been it either, but.
Touch on some real fantasy shows. Just for like everybody else who watches Lost, you have the real stars, and then you have the others. I think this week would be a good idea to start Roy Halladay. And Chris Carpenter's pitching. I recommend starting him. That's some super duper, very important information. We have a manager change. Do not forget about that for your team. Oh my Christ.
There's some others.